Let's just go ahead and get Megalobox out of the way because it was kind of just a
Yeah, let me give you the title. Boom. So, the second to last episode.
Second to last, yes.
Mac's all depressed. He knows everything.
So, Mac, knowing basically the entire deal of the company and what they're
trying to do.
Yeah, basically what his end goal was because of the boxing match. He knows everything. It's basically all laid out on the table. This episode was kind of just of him getting back on his feet practically because he was...
And getting his family back.
Yeah, because he was at a depressing moment. He was basically down to nothing.
Yep.
We get to meet his old cop partner.
Yeah, his old partner, and got to see how he got injured.
Yeah. So we got to see how he got injured. We got to see the reason of it. We got to see what he did to the reason that he was considered as a hero.
Yeah.
Because all we knew he was a hero. They never really explained what he did or anything like that. We just knew he ran into a flame building.
I'm still confused about his son. Because the wife was constantly saying the son has this terminal illness, and Mac and his son both got recovered, but I don't know anything about the son's injury or his illness.
Well, since the scar was over the heart area, I'm guessing he had to have like heart surgery or something.
Yeah. That's
what my guess is, because that would make sense at a younger age.
Yeah, which isn't uncommon.
No, unfortunately it's not. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But we get to see all of that while Mac and his old partner is talking. That street musician. I'm butchering the hell out of that.
The street performer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was playing a song that basically knocked every.
Some of these words I just never even heard. Sorry, some of these words it's just like because the way I explain some of these titles, how they're very like poetic or biblical. Like some of these words I just never heard before.
If you can't get this one, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. I just don't know. But it was.
No, I got it. It's still weird for me. Even though the ovations fall, the voice of the dumb don't disappear.
Okay.
Okay.
As you see, it's like they have like some sort of meaning to them. It's just like some of those words I've really never recognized before.
Well, like so far from what we've noticed, with kind of a recap into this point towards the titles, like we've noticed even with every episode's had like some kind of meaning towards Nomad or the Hummingbird or something in that matter, because this whole season's been nothing but mentions of a hummingbird. Like, it brings joy, peace, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's all in there. Like, if you haven't watched the season yet, watch it. It's not as good as the first one.
I think I saw the dub already started, but I don't know.
Yeah, there were 5 episodes in. Because I was curious about it. There are 5 episodes in on the dub. Like me and Weekly said, the first part of the second season, it did start out a little slow. It wasn't as strong as the first season, but the second half definitely picked up, and I wouldn't say as good, but it's pretty close to the first season on its own.
This episode's exactly like the second to last episode on the first season, where like they're hyping up the last fight.
Yeah. Like, as we were talking about, like, Mac remembers everything. He remembers his family. He remembers his kid. Everything that happened with his kid. Everything that happened to him where he got to the point where he's at now.
Yeah.
And basically, he goes back up to the CEO of where the guy he's fighting for basically looked at him and told him that I'm doing the fight my way. No chip, no nothing, no assistance. And either you take it or you leave it if you want this match to start.
Which I don't think
or
it matters.
actually do.
Yeah. I don't think it matters. I don't think he can function without the chip. If I remember
I think he could function without the chip. It's just, I think, like we saw in the last fight, if he's about to black out or something, that's when the chip kicks in,
Yeah.
and then he completely becomes a berserk, where he doesn't remember anything. He does whatever he needs to do, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I kind of got out of that first fight,
Yeah.
and kind of like my whole thing about it. But besides all that happening, because he goes back to his wife and kid, said that he's home. His son's like, "See, Mom, the Mockingbird brought him back." Because like we said, this whole season's been about the Mockingbird.
Mhm.
Joe's gears being made. Sanjio is actually helping,
Yeah.
which I was still kind of figured he would still be kind of,
He's still
against
pissed,
it.
but he's okay with it.
well, he's okay with it, but I figured he would be more against it because they're like, oh yeah, we got to figure out the fabric because the gear's heavy and it was made for Chief.
Yeah.
As we see Joe, and Joe's like slim, he's not really that big. So they got to slim down the gear. They got to be able to make the gear work with Joe movement instead of it being so, what did they say, like heavy? Because there wasn't going to be like much movement with it at all.
Yeah, because Joe has different fighting style than Chief.
Well, besides that, it was like the armor was more defense.
Yeah.
In their way of saying it, Chief was more about defense than offense. So he, like, the suit was able to take the hits as Chief was able to dish out, well, like 1, 2, 3 good hits that he needed
Yeah.
to win the fight.
Because Chief's style was just tiring them out and then take them out.
Yeah, so they're redoing it. Sanjio gave them new fabric that would kind of form to Joe's skin or body, kind of like to help him move and everything. So we're getting all that. Joe's training. Mac started training because that's how it ends. Mac is training. The CEO kind of creeps me out though.
He's a little weird. He's not as good as the last CEO, which we still see her, but she was definitely better. I cannot remember her name.
I will agree she was definitely better as a character overall.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's just, I don't know, I kind of feel like he's just there.
Yeah.
But the next episode will be the last episode to Megalobox Season 2, Nomad, if you prefer Nomad over Season 2. It's basically just going to be the biggest fight, like the last episode.
Which we'll probably still won't see. We know how it ended, but we never saw the fight between Gearless Joe and Yuri.
Yeah. Well, we did and we didn't.
We saw glimpses of it throughout Season 2.
Yeah, so like we know what happened, we know an idea, but the only thing we know for sure is that Joe won, which mattered. Team Nowhere became what it was to Season 2. Got the whole backlash of everything, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Depending on what happens next week or tomorrow, because it's technically a Sunday episode.
Yeah.
Depending on what happens tomorrow will just depend on if they will make a Season 3 or if this is going to be completely the series ending.
Yeah, we're not going to know right away.
No, because they haven't said anything. And they usually don't until the last episode comes out.
Yeah, if they don't, it's like a week or two later, but we'll find that out.
But this one was definitely a must-watch. It was good. The feelings were there. The backstory that was kind of needed, but not really as a full episode was there. So at this point, we're just waiting until the full fight, which I really can't wait for.
Yeah. Oh, God. Any particular you want to start on, or?
We can get 86 out of the way.
Yeah,
because that's easy. This episode's called Cowlets Blooming Across the Battlefield.
Yeah, so this one, honestly, it was just mostly a recap until the very end. Because we were just getting a recap of 85, then 86, everything that happened throughout the entire season.
Strangely, on the last episode.
Yeah, like, that was the weird part. Like, we gotta... Basically, if you don't want to watch this entire season, go to episode 12, watch it. The whole season will be explained, and then...
I know Dub just started. They're like 3 episodes in if you want to wait for that.
Yeah. But this one, really the only thing we have for this in my opinion. I don't know if there was like any mentions of anything that you want to mention
What? The
on 86 before we were like you get to the very end.
oh no.
No.
So really the only thing for this episode and season or series, it's a season finale. There will be a second season, which will be the end of October, or not the end, but in October.
They said October. They didn't give a date.
Yeah, I think they said the end of this year in October of 2021. Season 2 will come out, and the only thing that we got out of this whole episode is that Undertaker got a whole new...
His new Legion body.
Yeah. Which I think he's going to be fighting against the Legion, the way it kind of felt.
Well, well, we'll have to see.
Well, like, if he did die in his...
No, I think what we and Wake came to the conclusion that is this he's not part of the Legion, and now it's gonna be with Major she'll be with the new 86, and she will have to fight him.
Yeah. I do feel like because like he technically died once, he's gonna get full conscious of his mind, unlike his brother. But that's not till October for us to judge that.
Yeah, so in October this will come back, and we'll be more than happy to watch season 2 because this one was actually really good.
It's emotional as fuck, but
yeah, it's definitely an emotional ride all the way across, but it was definitely worth it. Let's just say it that way.
Yeah.
Kind of want to get slime out of the way.
All right.
Because this one was just cutesy and emotion.
Pretty much. This episode of I want to say the full title since it's over and we kind of been doing that. I've been killing slime for 300 years and maxed out my level. This episode's called We Open a Coffee Shop.
And was it a coffee shop?
Yeah.
Please, that coffee shop. No, we're all forgetting we have been blessed by the gods for this coffee shop, for the one and true Dragon Maid. Oh Lord, you have blessed us. They are not worthy for your holiness.
Yeah. I say,
this is why Dragon Maids overall, in general, not just because of this shit, Dragon Maids in general have been so popular lately, and I think you've noticed them lately.
I can't fight you, even though I'm a person that prefers demon girls, but yeah.
Dude, even her.
Yeah.
I'm
not saying the lolly demon. No, not the Demon King. No.
No, not
Beelzebub.
her. Yeah, no, she was like...
Beelzebub. Mwah. the Demon King lolly, no. Go.
That was kind of creepy.
That was very strange. I will say the Falafa and Salisha, their outfits were cute.
Yeah, they were cute since they were like kids. Like it's kind of like that kind of thing. But
yeah.
The elf was just funny.
I'm not surprised that her top didn't fit and she had to make it work. I was like, oh, that's how you advertise.
And then the ghost girl, she was like, man, I wish I could try on the outfit. And
like, did
the
you
witch was like,
your whole fucking
come on,
episode?
like, hey, I can just give you whatever outfit you want.
You literally have a save file.
Yeah, I don't know why she was complaining that she was the only one that she said. I'm like, woman, we already been through this before.
You had your episode. Be quiet.
The witch will just literally change it for you. My God.
She'll just sacrifice a chicken to get you a dress. Oh, wait, that's a different summon.
But what was kind of weird about this when they opened the coffee shop, the entire town.
And more.
Plus some was all there way before she even got out of bed to open the shop.
And they opened early.
Yep.
And while they were doing this whole coffee shop shenanigans, all returning characters that we've seen all started coming back. Some became cooks, some helped serve, and things like that. It was getting out of hand.
The fan fiction for the Dragon Maid.
Oh, Jesus.
It was funny even to see the kids, because it's just like, it's so true.
It's sad it's true, but you can't fight it, especially in our weebish world.
Yeah.
Dragon Maids.
Yeah.
But, like, this episode was definitely also another must-watch, because it was, honestly, it was just funny.
Yeah.
I found it more funny than anything.
Yeah. I don't got anything else other than I would recommend this anime.
I would definitely recommend this one too. Season 2 has yet to be announced.
Yeah, all
if
they
there
said,
will even be a season 2.
So all I've found on that is the artist. He worked on this issue and another manga that's close to this, but it's not
exactly this.
It's not exactly this. It's not confirmed that if there's a season 2 or if he wants his other issue to be in anime, but he says it's a possibility. But
okay, it's not terrible.
yeah, if you don't watch it in dub Portuguese and all the other versions are out, I think there are 5 episodes in. If you want to wait on them,
I think so.
Yeah, I know I saw that the other day. But yeah.
Really, we could go to any other one.
That's ending. Odd Taxi. No, that's not ending. Never mind.
There's still one more episode on that one.
Yeah. Full Dive.
Yeah, we can do Full Dive.
Damn it. Full Dive, the ultimate next gen Full Dive RPG is even shittier than real life. This episode's called Reality X VR.
This one was actually pretty good.
This is probably what a good way to end the season, and then to start already giving you how to
prepare you for next season
and how it's gonna start.
I say this is. I know there's more anime of the seasonal, but I say even though with how good 86 is, I would say this is the how you end a seasonal anime.
Yeah, because like this one and to kind of go back towards winter, Jujutsu Kaisen, because the way they even ended that was really good, especially the way it ended after the whole fight.
Yeah.
You guys are doing it right. Right now.
Don't
fuck up.
We'll be there with the belt.
So this is the fight between Hero and Tesla.
Yeah.
And right off the bat, he kills Alice.
Yeah.
Which was like really surprising.
Yes, but it was a necessary one, unfortunately.
Because Martin told her to forgive Hero.
Yep.
And then this is what triggered the, I guess, emotional state of the trick that he learned from the guy.
Shit, what's his name?
Kamui? Yeah, Kamui.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trick to this full dive in general is like, it's basically is emotion. Like when your soul is very I guess like I don't want to say like emotional because
he said something about conviction. I immediately got flashbacks of Back Arrow.
You know, yeah, your will to like not give up, your will to like to persevere, like your will to like, you know, that you want this, like you really want this to happen.
Yeah.
The human soul, basically. Yeah, we're adding in the human soul factor, and it just like boosts you up incredibly in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was still, and it didn't help the way he was fighting. All I kept saying was Kirito.
Yeah, and, you're not the only one because I was noticing that myself.
You're just expecting the yellow eyes to come out.
I really did. It didn't help the way he was fighting, the way he still looks fucking pretty similar to him.
Yeah, we did compare him and Kirito picture-wise, and there was like that one scene where he had the Kirito anger look.
Yeah, it was almost practically spitting images.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Like besides all that, like so we get to see him fight Tesla. He was actually holding his own, which was actually really surprising.
And then that bitch of the Queen Governor. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fucking trips and so he basically after all that
he kicked his knees. That's all she did. She barely touched the knees, and he goes whoop.
And he dies, which his game and console break. So all of that was like for nothing.
Well, technically not his game.
Just the console.
Well, it was still broken.
Well, yeah.
In terms of his words, it was still broken.
It was still broken. It caught fire that actually burned his
console.
Well, his console and his little stand, like you can see the ring where the console was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact that that's actually still true is still crazy. you die, your freaking console just breaks.
Yeah.
But at least the girl from the game store was willing to help him get it fixed.
If he paid a rent fee on it, that's what he's doing. He's paying a monthly fee to get his console.
And then we found out that from the walkthroughs he's been watching from Kamui, there's a trick that you can restart from their last save points.
1 hour.
Even though it was deemed like not possible, we have found out this trick. And what you have to do is, with your new console, put in your old game, and then you say this weird ass phrase that I'm not fucking gonna remember it.
I'm not gonna. It was too long. And
it was a very weird, kind of funny phrase. And then as soon as you do that, you just slap in the new game, and then it will take you back an hour from your save.
Yeah.
And you can redo your starting point. And so that will be the beginning of season 2, literally from right there.
Mhm.
Did they give out a release date?
No. So I looked it up. They said they're pitching the idea. They have to write the script. They have to draw up the anime. They have no idea when they're going to announce it. But with the ending, how the ending was, season 2 is confirmed. It's just they have to figure out when they're going to release it. We don't know when, but if they haven't scheduled a time for when it's going to be released, my guess is 2023 because everything's getting in the way.
A lot of new stuff, and then stuff that already has like season 2 and 3 and so on.
Yeah.
Are coming out, so it's probably going to get pushed back. So.
Yeah.
Commandants will be dispatched.
Shit, that's ending. I forgot about that.
Because that one ended today also.
Yeah. This episode's called Strong Partner and Smart Partner.
Yeah.
I feel like if I talk about this, Chris Hansen's going to come in because this episode got a little weird.
Besides getting weird, so basically the beginning of this is right where we left off on the last episode, trying to get the mech, and
they were trying to steal the mech, it didn't work, and now they're pinned inside the ruin trying to come up with an escape plan.
Yeah.
And so what they end up having to do is that while 6 is stalling the mech with the Chimera driving it, while he's stalling it, Alicia is gonna use her evil points to make build a contraption of somewhat that we didn't know so far, but 6 has to stall. And so he fought really hard, and then he did some sort of damage.
Not a lot, but he did.
Like he was able to do like a pretty good for his condition. He was able to do pretty good. And so when it came down to the very last minute, he was about to be crushed. Alicia was able to build apparently the company Kurosagi's ultimate creation, the Destroyer.
Yep.
I like it, the Destroyer.
It's just a giant spider.
I hate that we didn't even get to see the fight. It's just like all in your imagination.
Yeah, 6 passed out, then we apparently passed out for no reason.
But they won. Alicia won.
Shocking.
Of course.
Like, come on, an android that basically has all the knowledge and is a better pilot. Come on, that's like not even a contest.
Yeah.
Basically, we wake in a room with 6 and her talking, and
now she
going
likes
over the
him.
fight. Yeah. Now she likes him, which isn't really shocking anymore.
Fuck no. She's just now a collection to the horror.
Exactly.
Yeah.
After this point, it's going to just get really weird.
And so
all we're going to really get to this point is
a little recap of the season. So from what they were talking about in conversation, they completed their mission. They're about to sign a peace. The prince is about to sign a peace treaty with the other country.
Mhm.
And
yes.
They were talking about of if they can conquer more worlds.
I mean, that's the whole point of the agents.
Yeah, I know, but that was towards the end. Like they were discussing about it. but before Six and Elisa put in their report to their commanders,
They test the ultimate theory. Can Grimm wear socks?
Yes. Basically, it just came down to with Grimm always Grimm was complaining at that she's always like passing out and never having the spotlight, even though she's always doing this to herself. I don't know where her
She's
mood.
basically the Kenny of the group.
You killed Kenny.
You bastard.
And so we came down to the conclusions that Six wonders, like, is it really because you can't walk? Is it because of the curse you put on yourself? Or like, was it a bluff? So Alicia got all excited because she actually wanted to prove this theory. So, yes, they got socks, they put it on her, and she just blew up.
Yeah. And nothing else happened in this episode. Nothing with the tiger. No. I ain't talking about that.
Let's just say they solved the country's water problem.
Yeah. We're leaving it at that.
Oh shit.
Let me go grab the puppy. Hey.
Ow,
Yeah.
that hurt.
Stop.
So, for this anime, there's no confirmed season 2 yet. That's pretty much it. I've looked it up. There's nothing else to be added for it that I can find.
Well, at least for right now, because it will be an eventuate thing, just not a right now thing.
Yeah. So nothing's confirmed or denied yet. It's just a waiting game.